Good morning, dear friends, my dear students. Myself Harisankar Prasad Tonde, and in today's class, we are going to discuss about mobile computing and application development. So, before starting the class, let's introduce myself. I am Harisankar Prasad Tonde, and assistant professor and head in the Department of Computer Science, University Teaching Department, Sant Gahira Guru University, Sarguja, Ambikapur. So students, in today's class, we are going to discuss regarding the subject mobile computing and application development. It is a new subject and it's very important subject. Why? Because we all are using the Android mobile systems in our smartphones and electronic widgets. So that's why we have to know regarding this particular subject. So in this particular purpose, this subject is included in our syllabus. So in mobile computing and application development, we are going to discuss unit number 5, and the topics are menu, basics, custom versus system menus, create and use handset menu buttons in the form of hardware. And this particular topics is the requirement of MSc Computer Science and MSc IT 4th semester students. So students, let's going to start the particular topic. So let's start the topic. So it is a very natural thing to know regarding what are the basic concepts regarding the various types of menus. So before starting the menu, let's start what is actually is a menu. Why? Because it is very important to know what we are going to discuss. We first know about the topic. So menus are nothing but it's the common user interface components which are used in various types of applications in the Android operating system and in various types of graphical user interfaces, whether it will be MS Office or any playing video games. There are so many types of menus are available. So regarding that only we are going to discuss what actually is a menu. So before starting the topic, let's know what is a menu. Menu is a word which is coming from the word menu, which is compiled data of the various types of foods when we are approaching towards the restaurant with our family for enjoying the moments. Then when we are going to order the particular various types of foods available within that particular restaurant, so we ask for the menu, and inside that various types of food items are available and we have to see them, and afterwards what is our requirement we order, place them. So in that particular regard, particular purposes, here also the menu word is chosen. A menu is a graphical control element used in graphical user interfaces. It lists options or commands for the user to select in order to execute the proper application functions. So as we all know, operating system is interface between the hardware, user and software. So we have some various types of interfaces in the application softwares that will in the form of the menus. So this we are going to discuss. So menus are a common design feature often included in Android solutions. Android solutions means various types of applications which are going to use in Android applications. A good menu provides a simple and unobtrusive interface that adds more capabilities to the application without occupying much space on the application's user interface. So means what is a good menu is it provides a simple and unobtrusive interface, means a simple interface, a graphical interface which is easily understood by the peoples which are going to use them. So this is the good menu. So next is menus can be adjusted to the currently displayed user interfaces. Each screen may have its own set of options. So as we all know, when we are using the Android operating systems, after switching towards the desktop screen of your mobile, so many types of applications we are going to use, and each application is having various types of menus available within the particular applications. So regarding that, each screen may have its own set of options. This is the major one. A screen could have any number of widgets, and you may optionally attach a menu to any of those widgets. Widgets is nothing but those applications or those icons which are lying on your desktop screen and which are stored on the memory of your operating system. So these are the widgets. Various types of applications means widgets. Current design practices promote the integration of menus and the top decor components. So let's discuss regarding custom menus versus system menus. What are custom menus? Custom menus are the menus which are used by the user for interaction with the applications residing on your mobiles or smartphones. It is in the form of some user interfaces. Means when you are using the custom menus or customized menus, then various types of responses or responsive menus are available, or responsive options are available, with the help of which any action is going to be performed. Then it is known as the custom menu. Then other one is the system menu. What is system menu? Very important question. What is system menus? So students, system menus are nothing. These menus are used by the users for interaction with the operating system of your mobiles or smartphones. Means when your requirement is we have to interact with the operating system or with the hardware peripheral parts, then such type of system menus are going to be used by you. It is in the form of option menus like searching the various particular applications residing on your system, or compose emails, or setting features of your mobile. Means when you are going to set the various features available within or within your mobile systems, and some extra features you are going to add, or you have to release some memory from your operating system, or you are going to set the Wi-Fi connections of your mobile systems. So data usage, data packages. So all these things is nothing but this is the in the form of system menu. So you are better understanding all these things. So let's understand the topics. What are the various types of menus available within the Android operating system? So it is in the form of three different options, and these three types of menus are: first one is option menu, second one is context menu, and the third one is pop-up menu. So what is option menu? Option menu is nothing but the option menu is the primary collection of menu items for an interaction. It's where you should place actions that have an overall impact on the applications such as search, compose, email, and settings. So option menus are nothing but it is in the form of a primary collection of menus. Means particular in the menu bar, so many types of options are available to us, and within that particular options we have to choose according to the requirement of our. So likewise the option menu is available within our operating systems. So examples are when you are going to search, when we are going to compose email, when you are going to settings on the various applications of the particular mobile systems, then we are going to use the particular option menus. These are the various options available within the option menu. Next one is the context menu. What is the context menu? Very important question. What is context menu? A context menu is a floating menu that appears when the user performs a long click on an element. It provides actions that affects the selected content or context frame. Means context menu is nothing but it's a floating menu that appears whenever the user performs a long click. Means when you are long clicking on the screen of your mobile, then some options are available, and those options are in the form of the context menu. Suppose for example we are going to long click on the desktop screen, then various types of applications are there. Suppose you are going to pop up the menus from one place to another place, or you have to copy content from one place to another place. So various options are going to appear on the screen. So those are the context menus. So next is the pop-up menus. Pop-up menus are very essential features which are residing in the operating system. So what is pop-up menu is? A pop-up menu displays a list of items in a vertical list that is anchored sticked to the view that invoke the menu. Means a pop-up menu is nothing but it displays a list of items in a vertical list. So whenever you are going to right click, whenever going to do a long click on any particular content, then a menu is going to appear, and that will be pop-up menu, which is in the form of list of items in the vertical list. So suppose it's a good for providing an overflow of actions that relate to specific content or to provide options for a second part of the command. So these are the option menu, pop-up menu. So these are the various types of options available within the pop-up menu. So let's understand how to create a menu. For all menus types mentioned above, we have three types of menus. One is the option menu, second one is the context menu, third one is the pop-up menu. So these are the mentioned above menus. So Android provides a standard XML. XML means extensive markup language. It is very important language which is in the form of some scripting languages, and it provides various types of scripts available within us which helps us for developing the environment of the Android mobile systems. And format to define menu items. Instead of building a menu in your activities code, you should define a menu and all its items in the XML menu resources. So this let's understand what actually is going to be performed by the help of XML and how we are going to create a menu. Let's going to test the particular resources. So why to use a separate menu resource? Why means suppose we are going to discuss our requirement is there, why we are going to use a separate menu resources. The answer is it's easier to visualize the menu structure in XML. Means when you are going to use a separate menu resource, then it is easier for us to visualize the menu structure, what is actually appearing on the XML structure that we are going to see. Second one is it separates the content for the menu from your application's behavioral code. This is also a very important thing. It separates the contents from the menu. What actually are the lists available within the particular menu, this we are going to separate from the list. It allows you to create alternative menu configurations for different platform versions, screen sizes and other configurations by leveraging the application resources framework. This is also a reason why we are going to use a separate menu resources. So this is the particular step which we are going to follow, how to create a menu underscore file.xml file in the menu directory. So first of all, we are going to go inside the menu underscore file.xml file, and inside that first create a menu directory under folder. This is done by right clicking on res. This is the particular res. We have to right click, then a particular pop-up menu is going to appear. Inside this pop-up menu we have to choose the new one, and inside this new one we have to choose the Android resource directory, with the help of which we are going to create so many types of options, so many types of directories within this particular folder. So after clicking the particular thing, what happens, then a new window will appear. Then type menu in the directory name and choose menu in the resource type. After what, then we are clicking the particular directory part, then what happens, a new menu in this form is going to appear on your screen, and directory name you have to give as menu, and resource type you have to give so many types. It is a, as you all know, it is a particular pop-up menu which is in the form of combo box, and so many types of resource types are there. You have to choose the menu one, and the source set is you have to choose from the selected one is main, and afterwards the particular country code is available, and so many types of options are available, and you have, this is the particular list box. You have to click the particular chosen one and it will be appear on the particular, then click the OK. What is your requirement, you have to choose afterwards the OK button. So what happens, a new menu directory would be made under res directory. What happens afterwards is a new menu directory is going to appear in this particular form, and you have to add menu. You have to add menu here, which just we have going which we are going to create here. Add menu file in the menu directory by right clicking on menu. Afterwards menu, you have to choose the new option. A pop-up menu is appearing here, and afterwards you have to go towards the menu resource file. This is the step which you have to follow. So when you are working with the computer, you have to work with the same options available within you. So what happens then? Give the name as menu underscore file.xml and click on OK. The menu underscore file.xml file contains the following three tracks. One is the menu, second one is the item, and third one is the group, as you all know. It defines a menu which is a container for menu items. A menu element must be the root node for the file and can hold one or more item and group elements. So menu, inside this menu where so many types of sub menus are going to be appear. You have to make it sub menus so that various types of options being selected with the help of this menu, and the sub menus are going to be selected with the help of the item part. So what is item? It creates a menu item. Inside a particular menu, a menu item is one particular item of the list which represents a single item in a menu. This element may contain a nested menu elements in order to create a submenu. So as you all know, inside a menu, submenu is there. Inside a submenu, submenu is there. So various types of requirements are going to appear. So you have to make likewise. And what is a group? It is an optional invisible container for item elements. It allows you to categorize menu items. So they share properties such as active, state, and visibility. So students, this is all about the menu. So what is the particular source code? What is the particular source code that we are having? We are going to understand this. XML is the particular extensive markup language which we are going to use for the coding purpose. Here we are going to use the version 1.0 and encoding is UTF-8. This is the encoding part, and this will be the particular system codes part. Menu XMLNS equal to means colon Android equal to, this will be the URL of the part, http :/schemas.android.com/apk/res/android. So you all know this. This is a particular URL part which you are going to select at the time of working, and with the particular item part. These are the three options which we are going to use: Android ID, Android title, and Android icon. So when you are going to implement a menu, you have to close the particular menu item. Inside this particular menu, you have to use the word item Android ID equal to double quote, within this double quote @ plus ID oblique A. This will be the first item inside this menu. Android is equal to title sub item A, means this will be the title. This you are going to choose. Suppose the name of the menu is file, then inside this file new is there, save is there, save as is there, delete is there, exit is there. So these are the various types of options which are going to be used. So likewise here A is there. Inside in spite of this A, you are going to write new, you are going to write save, you are going to write save as. So you can write likewise. So this is all about the item of this particular menu, and afterwards the item is being particular closed, and afterwards the menu is being closed. So let us start. Three types of menus are available within us. So separately we are going to understand how we are going to use the particular menus. Three types of menus we have, as we have already discussed. One is the option menu, second one is the context menu, and third one is the system menu. So students, let's start the first menu, how it is going to be implemented with the help of the Android operating system. So making an option menu is very easier. To make an option menu, we need to override on create options menus method as follows. You all know override means nothing but in any object oriented programming language, when the same name of the class with the same name of the functions are going to be used, and when at the calling part the same functions are going used or same methods are going used, then the body of the earlier function is going to be override, means in spite of that particular thing, a new thing is going to be printed on the screen. So this is the overriding method. For example, if function A is having printing part A, then what happens, and the second name of the same function is there for printing B. So in spite of printing A, printing B is going to happen. So this is the meaning of this override. So what is actually happening here in menu inflator equal to get menu inflator. Here this particular part, what happens, this gives a menu inflator object that will be used to inflate, convert our XML file to the Java object, the menu underscore file.xml file. So as you all know, this is the name of the particular class, this is the name of the object, and this will be the constructor. So as you are going to use, we are going to overwrite it with the help of the inflator dot inflate r menu dot menu underscore file comma menu. Return type is true. So this is the all about. So when we are working such type of things, then what happens? A new menu is going to be appearing on the screen. So let's discuss regarding the contextual menu, the making of the contextual menu, how we are going to make a new menu for the contextual purposes. To make a floating context menu, you need to follow the following steps. As you all know, dear students, floating menus are the contextual menus. So first step you have to do is register the view to which the context menu should be associated by calling register for context menu. So you have to call the register for context menu and pass it the view. If your activity uses a list view or grid view and you want each item to provide the same context menu, you can register you all about items for a context menu. So second step is implement the on create context menu method in your activity. When the registered view receives a long click event, the system calls your on create context menu method, and this is where you define the menu items usually by inflating a menu resource. For example, this will be the source code which we are going to use. You have to use the super keyword. So super is nothing but when you are going to use the particular inheritance purposes, then what happens, there will be a concept of base class and derived class. So super will be the base class, and within the base class so many types of properties or so many type of features you are going to inherit. Then we are going to use the keyword super, and with the help of the super keyword we are going to use the on create context menu for long clicking event, and the menu comma v comma menu information is going to be displayed. So making pop-up menus. So next topic is how we are going to make a pop-up menu. As you all know, pop-up menu is nothing but it's a vertical menu which is in the form of some list items appearing on the menu, and you have to choose according to your requirement. So if you defined your menu underscore file.xml file in XML, here how you can see the particular pop-up menu. Make an object of pop-up menu whose constructor takes the current application context and the view to which the menu should be anchored. We have to use here menu inflator to inflate your menu resources into the menu object returned by the pop-up menu dot get menu method. So for particular button means we are having how to create a particular button on the hardware interfaces. There is a topic which we are having. So likewise this will be the particular button part. So when you are using this particular button, so what happens, Android ID equal to uplift button. So this will implement a new button on the particular screen. Android.layout widget equal to wrap content. The width will be the wrap content. Android layout underscore height, the wrap content, whatever is the content which we are going to use at the time of using of the particular method. And Android.text equal to button, the name is the button. And Android.onClick equal to pop, means whenever the button is going to appear you have to click there, and what happens, a pop will be appearing, means one element is going to insert, means one click event is going to perform with the help of some responses. So this is the particular buttons part. So you are going to use the pop menu. So pop is the name of the function, or you say the name is of the method, whatever you say, it depends upon the particular programming language we are going to use. So pop-up menu, pop-up is the new object equal to new pop-up menu this comma v. So pop-up menu, this will be the pop-up menu
constructor which we are going to use, and the pop-up is the name of the object. It will be OB, it will be ABC. It is user defined. As you all know, whatever is your requirement, you can use it. It will depend upon the particular menu inflator. So students, conclusion, what we are going to use so far is, we understand about the menu, we discuss about various types of menus, how we are going to create menus in Android operating system, we discuss about custom versus system menus, we discuss about how to create and use handset menu buttons. So this is all about today's class, students. I hope you are going to understand this very well, you get benefited with the help of this video and the contents. And thank you so very much for watching my video, and thank you from my side.